अब स्टूडेंट्स बात करेंगे कुछ एनालॉग और डिजिटल सिग्नल्स की. Students, similar to the case of analog and digital data, signals can also be analog or digital. Students, an analog signal, it can take an infinitely different values of intensity when it travels from point A to point B. But just like analog data, it is continuous. Students, as compared to the analog signals, the digital signals can only have a limited number of discrete values. And those values change states from one value to the other. Now, students, it can be, the digital signal the value can be anything which is a number. But normally we use binary. So these values in the digital signals can either be zeros or ones. Now, students, एक slide की जानिब चलेंगे and we'll try to compare the analog signal with a digital signal. Students, as you can see on the slide, the analog signal is continuous, infinite number of levels of intensity over a period of time, and the digital signal can have a limited number of defined values. Students, if we have to plot these two signals, the simplest way of doing that is to do it on a perpendicular axis, y perpendicular to x, where the y-axis represents the strength or the intensity of a signal, and the x-axis represents the time. So students, in the first figure, what you can see is that the analog signal, it passes through an infinite number of points, whereas in the digital signal, the demonstration is there of sudden jumps. The value can be a 0 when it's on the x-axis, and then it jumps to a non-zero value, and then there is a sudden jump from a discrete value back again to a zero value. Students, this is a comparison of an analog signal with a digital signal. अब students, कुछ बात करेंगे periodic और non-periodic signals की. Students, both analog and digital signals can be periodic or non-periodic. Students, what is a periodic signal? A periodic signal is a signal which completes a certain pattern in a specific amount of time. So students, periodic signal के case में there is a concept of period. The concept of period is that the time in seconds that it takes for the periodic signal to complete its pattern is called a period. When that signal, the periodic signal, has completed its pattern, we say that it has completed one cycle. अब students, non-periodic signal के case में there is no pattern. The non-periodic signal, it changes its pattern with every single cycle. Students, an example of a periodic signal is a simple sine wave. Normally, in the case of data communication, we work with periodic analog signals and non-periodic digital signals. And we'll explore both of these topics further.